How's everyone doing? Happy Tuesday. We are live from the Flow Studio. I hope you're having a great day and a great start to your week. First, most important, can you guys hear us? Let me know in the comments. Drop it in the comments. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and make sure that you can hear us. If not, let's start all over. How's everyone doing? Thank you again for joining us. We appreciate you. If it's your first time, please let us know. Also, drop it in the comment. Let us know who you are, what you're watching, and if you do any crafting, because that's what we do here when we go on these lives. And we go live every Tuesday here from the Flow Studio, and we craft and we talk machinery, products. We do all these kind of projects, and we try to do something that really no one else is doing, and that's giving you ideas for say Mother's Day. What a coincidence. Mother's Day is just around the corner, and that's what we're gonna do about the live. I see some thumbs up in the chat, so that means you guys can hear. That's awesome. Thank you very much for letting me know that. If you're on TikTok, make sure you're liking and sharing the live with the rest of the TikTokers that are out there that don't know about the live. And again, we appreciate you guys coming on in this live and being here. But again, we are gonna have a lot of fun today. We're gonna have a lot to talk about, a lot to show you actually, and a lot of techniques that maybe may not know about. And I hope that we actually do help you out with that and maybe give you some inspiration. And along the way, if you have any questions, feel free to let us ask away. We're gonna have Mark in here. We're gonna have John in here. Well, actually, let me introduce myself. I haven't introduced myself. If you don't know who I am,
Who
my
are
name is
you?
Danny. What happened?
Who
Who
are
am I?
you?
I know. My name is Danny. You just heard Sam. Sam's here too. And like I mentioned, Mark and John will join us. Hey, there's Sam. Everybody waves, say hi to Sam. But again, we're all here today. We're going to go ahead and have some fun, a lot to cover. So again, along the way, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We're here. We'll do the best to give you guys, get those answers for you guys. And again, Mark and John are here. So if you have questions for the actors, for the owners, for these guys that are pretty much the reason why we're here, why all these products are here, because of them, go ahead and feel free and ask away. What's up? I saw you have
Yes.
something? What do we have?
We have a few things.
Awesome.
First of all, our friend Bruce from Unforgettable Forgotten Oya is here. So, hey, what's up?
Hi.
We got a lot of hellos from New Mexico, Pennsylvania,
Nice.
Ohio. People were excited to be on here even before it was time.
We appreciate that, yes.
Everybody's talking about the restock. So, I'm guessing y'all got jumped on that jewelry and those decanters, maybe.
That's right.
But yeah, so here we go.
Awesome. Yeah, and speaking of the restocks, yes, last week we had our restock on our decanters. Hopefully you guys went and jump on that because a lot of you guys were waiting for that. And it's perfect timing too, because like I mentioned, Mother's Day is around the corner, Father's Day is right after that. So a lot of product that you guys can use. And yes, we did drop a restock on the jewelry. And again, what a perfect timing, especially since Mother's Day is just around the corner. We're gonna go and talk about that today. We're gonna give you some ideas. We have some designs for you that we're gonna show you, some techniques, literally some techniques that we literally just did 2 minutes before jumping on the live. And so it's a lot of fun. So again, we appreciate you guys coming on here and joining us. What's going on?
It sounds good.
Yeah.
No, there were a few people saying that it sounded a little off or watery. For that situation, I say just try logging out
Yeah.
and back in. It sounds pretty good to me.
Okay. It's not me. It's not the mic. Maybe. Okay.
If
Cool.
anything, maybe a little closer,
A little
but I think we
closer.
sound fine.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure you guys hear us because you do not want to miss any of this information. And I see hi from Georgia. I think is that what it said.
That's right.
I thank you guys for being here. And I think I said Northern California.
And the
You know,
Coleman twins are
the
here.
Coleman twins are here. Yeah. So actually, we stopped doing our little across our list, and I think we need to bring that back. But we had a bunch of states. So thank you guys for letting us know where you're watching from. Now, next thing I want you guys to let us know is what kind of crafting, what kind of projects are you guys working on this week? What is the goal for this week as far as projects? If you guys have any, please share with us. And again, a lot of thank you to you guys for following on our socials because you guys have been watching either behind the scenes, inspiration, mistakes, stuff, videos that are on our socials. So if you haven't or you don't follow us on social, make sure you guys do. We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook group. We have a TikTok and Instagram. A YouTube. We have two actually. We have one in English and Spanish, which reminds me, buenas tardes, feliz tardes, ¿cómo están? Espero que todos estén bien. Hoy vamos a hablar de las joyas. Aquí estamos las joyas que acaban de salir ayer. Hicimos un restock de ellos y aquí le vamos a enseñar unas ideas que tenemos que, pues, le pueden ayudar para el Día de las Madres. Primeramente Dios, todos se encuentren bien. Gracias otra vez por estar aquí. Aquí está Sam. Hola, Sam.
Hola.
No, say hola.
Hola.
No, en tu cámara.
Hola.
Sam. So aquí quédense con nosotros. Aquí también va a estar Mark y John. Van a hablar un poco de de las joyas y cómo pueden tal vez ayudarles ahorita a hacer unas ventas más, para este Día de las Madres que viene ya enseguida. What's up?
I think they're laughing at me.
Are they?
It's fine though. I will say we got some people saying that they have samples for their local businesses that they're working on.
Great.
Coleman twins are working on graduation gifts. Sheila's working on cutting board, frames, tumblers. And then we got some people watching from the beautiful mountains of Colorado.
Nice.
And Maureen's learning her new vertigo. Maureen, I'm a little jealous. Those vertigos are cool.
That's awesome. Well, thank you again for you guys for being here. Again, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys' support. And thank you for tagging along with the shenanigans here. Real quick, I want to remind you that a new episode of the podcast of John and Mark will drop this Thursday. So make sure you guys are watching that. If you guys don't follow them on Instagram, shame on you. You should be because for you guys that actually do follow them, they were able to go live this past Friday, and they were having a blast going live. And trust me, if you enjoy that first live, you want to see more of the shenanigans and the stuff that they do behind the scenes, which is not much. It's a lot of fun. So make sure you guys join. Make sure you guys follow them on their Instagram. Remember, it's John and Mark. Also, follow their YouTube. A lot of the podcast. If you miss episodes of the podcast, they're all there too as well. That you can go watch their full episode or little clips of it. What's up?
No, we got a lot of people tuning in. TikTok's even here saying hello. Hey,
Hi,
TikTok, how's it going? They're asking about walnut cutting boards though, so I'm gonna pull up my maker. Actually, this is a perfect time
Okay.
to show the
screen.
split
Let's
screen.
go.
Right?
Let's try something
So I'm gonna
new
go
here.
back to you.
Okay. I'm
And
here.
then we're gonna try
check
this.
this out. Let's see.
Hold on,
Again,
though.
we're trying to we're trying to see if we can
Let's
win
see.
technology.
Hold up.
Okay.
There it is.
Let's see.
Hold on though. That's not what you want to see.
Hold on. We're working on
It's
it.
almost there.
And again, the whole goal of these lives is to not only show you guys
Okay.
what we can do, but we're also trying to learn as we go. And this is something that we learned here. So check it out. There's the site right there.
Guys, okay. So for the people asking me about the walnut cutting boards, this is how you find out. Same thing with, any of the products, right? So anything's out of stock, this is how you're going to find out. You'll go look for the product. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to my little search bar here so you can see it. Perfect. Okay. And I'm going to type in,
There you go.
We want a walnut cutting board, right?
Correct.
Walnuts. Okay. And there it is. It says sold out. Let's click on it and learn some more. Okay, what does it say here? Estimated restock end of May. There's not an exact date for this. Oh, wow, look at that. It's like two cameras that are all controlled by me. So we don't have an exact date for May, but right now we're looking at the end of it. But what's most important is if you're not sure and you don't see a date, right here where it says notify me when available, click on that. It's going to let me sign up for either an email or a text. That way I'm alerted as soon as those come back in inventory. So for my friend looking for those walnut cutting boards, this is how you get notified when it comes back in. Same thing for anything out of stock. Like if you're looking for that black journal, this would probably help you out too.
Or black handles.
That's it.
There you go. That's a good way. So, yes, and remember that's for all our products. So that's a good way of finding out. Hey, I wonder if it's in stock. Go to the site, check it out. If it does we should give you an alert right there, right on the side. And again, it's for every product that we have. So
what did they think? Was that cool?
I don't know. Was it cool? Is that something that you guys? Well, which part? The camera or the actual information? Which one's cool? Which one are you talking about, Sam?
Any of it. Did you like anything that we just did? Was it neat to see how to sign up for those alerts? Was that helpful at all? Are all these cameras beneficial to you guys? Let us know because it's for you. So if we're more distracting than helpful, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah. If it's too much, let us know. We'll try something different. But again, just the way you guys are trying different stuff with your guys' business, we are as well. We're trying here different stuff here. And again, it all just for you guys. And again, hopefully this helps you guys with some type of information or some inspiration when it comes down to these lives. That's the whole point of the lives. Not only to have a good time, but also to try to help you, inspire you, and maybe give us some ideas outside the box. But yeah, anything else?
So somebody did say that the text that comes up on the screen, it makes it a little hard to read.
Okay.
So I would say for my friends that are having that trouble, you're probably on TikTok or Instagram, which is where that comment came in through. If you switch over to Facebook or YouTube, it's actually going to be horizontal. So there's more of the screen there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So then it's not covered by the comments necessarily. So there's always that option too for you. But yeah, good feedback.
Cool, awesome. Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the feedback, whether it's the lives or even the products. Remember, we want to know it all, whether it's good, bad. Let us know. We appreciate all the feedback that we can get. What else? What's up, Sam?
So we did have someone say that they were intrigued by the jewelry. So I don't know if you want to show them maybe your favorite or even one of the ones that I set up in front of you too. It's
actually, that's a great idea. So I was wearing this one yesterday. I'm gonna bring it over here to you guys. Check this out. This is one of the ones I got restocked, as you can see. This is how it looks. Okay, check that out. Nice, right? All the way up. Let's give it a whole 360. If I can turn it. There
like
you
in
go.
that video?
Like in that video? Yeah. Like in the video? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so right there, that way. Okay, so that's the way it looks. Okay, now check this out. This is just your plain blank. Okay. Now imagine turning it into this.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
With that, that looks great, right? And guess what? We're gonna go over all these details here and how to turn that into this. Whether it's intentional or by mistake, don't worry, we're gonna help you out here. Well, when I say we, I say Sam. But yeah, absolutely. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, along the way, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. What's the other one? I know there was another one.
It's the heart, maybe?
This one. This was we got really impressed with this one, and I'm gonna have them explain to you what we did with this one. Can you click it real quick to see?
There it is.
There it is. Kind of hard to see.
That's cool.
But still, I hope you guys explain what this is. If you feel like it's just a regular engraving, guess what? It's not. It's not just engraved. It's something else.
Ooh, Sheila's asking a really great question that I can actually bust out the sand cams at the end. Okay, so I'm gonna get the screen ready this time so that it doesn't look like it did last time. Okay, so you guys ready? All right, here we go. So Sheila asked for the designs from last week's live, and I'm so glad that she asked that question because now I get to show everybody. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull up my extra sand cam here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, great. So now I have the site up and we can go ahead and look on here where to find those. So for anyone who was tuned in last week and watched the live or watched the replay, or you heard about it from a friend because we're that cool, everyone's talking about this, you'll go to MakerFlo Pro. So right up here in the corner of the website, we'll click on MakerFlo Pro. And then once you're there, we'll click on Go Live every Tuesday. So I'm clicking on the Go Live every Tuesday, and I'll flip the screen over a little bit so you guys can all see it too. There it is, Go Live Tuesday. Beautiful. And then once you're here, so see how it's already been updated. So it shows today, 4/21, and it shows you the live code. So that live 17, if you DM us on Instagram, DM us on Facebook, any of those two platforms, you're going to get a recap of what we learned today and these free designs. So these free designs are from last week, but let's say you're working for last week. It's been moved already. Don't worry. Live 16 is going to be what you want to enter for that. So I will talk to our site person, Kate, who's amazing, and we'll see if we can get that up here too. But you'll just type in the code from the previous week to get those designs. So live 16 last week, live 17 this week, and I'm guessing next week will be live 18, but that's not built yet. So I'll type that in.
We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
It's not built yet. That was John, by the way. So hopefully that's helpful, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go back to Danny here.
All right.
And yeah.
And then one last thing before I get out of here, before I hand it over to these guys. So real quick in the chat, for you guys who haven't seen the jewelry, how many people have not seen the jewelry? If it's your first time, let us know in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and show you an unboxing of it because this is, from the start. So this is how it comes. Okay. Comes individually packed. Okay. As you can see. All the way through, right? Now, the cool thing about this is that you just don't get the jewelry. And by the way, it comes separate too. It comes in its own little baggie. That way, there's no scratches on the wood or anything like that.
And your chain doesn't get tangled.
Your chain doesn't get tangled, correct?
Because that happens to people sometimes.
Sometimes, right? So it's individually packed. But then you actually get your pouch, right? And it's not just any pouch. This is actually laser etched. that we have here. So this right here is engravable as well. You can go ahead and personalize this. Whether someone mentioned in the chat, great for graduation gift. Correct. Graduations are coming up. Engrave this in the front, the back. Mother's Day is coming also. Engrave something here specifically. And again, we're gonna go over this entire thing here on this live. But the cool thing about this is it's not just a little bag, right? Like look how cool this is. So boom, just close it. Let's use this one that was made earlier. Let's say this was the one for your customer. Go in there perfectly, and boom, there it is, all done, right? Protected, nice little gift there. Personalize it. That's awesome. So yeah, again, easy to take out. Once you're done with it, oh, there you go, boom, and there it is.
Because it's so secure, you had to actually do it.
I actually had to do it. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. So again, this is your little unboxing that we just did of the jewelry. Again, if it's your first time seeing it, these are great. And again, these are gonna be hot. They're gonna be hot for you. So again, this is what the live is for. We're gonna go over all this stuff for you guys here on this live. I'm gonna put it back on. With that said, I think I am done here. I am not gonna take any more time away from what you guys are really here for, and that's for the crafting. So I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna hand it over to you, Sam, John, Mark. Who?
Yeah. Well,
which one? I don't know. Like I don't think we.
Oh, John has stories.
Yeah, some stories. So that means it's story time, guys. Get your popcorn, get your drinks, and let's get it. I felt it. I felt it.
I felt it. I was gonna get blamed for that one. He felt it. So that camera, check that camera real quick.
Let's see. It's fine. We checked it when you were looking.
All right.
We did though.
I'm gonna definitely trip on it, 100%. All right, guys.
It's all because you just said all the things you just said. If you were just quiet, I bet none of that would have happened.
So I hope you guys can hear me. If you can't, let me know. I appreciate everyone joining.
I'll yell louder.
Say that again?
Because I'll yell louder.
Yeah, I will yell louder. I will use my outside and inside voice combined. But I really want to move to the jewelry because we have a whole different setup in the live room today. It's super exciting with the zoom in camera, with the new share screen. We actually have a craft table today with a whole bunch of stuff, which I don't think you guys can even see. So I want to get to that. But before we start, I've been throwing a lot of numbers at you guys in the past lives, and I actually took some screenshots, and I want to show you guys real numbers. Okay, so the reason Mother's Day and Father's Day is such a big holiday, and we're really pushing like the Mother's Day, and next you're gonna get a lot of emails and a lot of messaging for Father's Day. Yeah.
So okay, I just love that it's a thing now. But someone's asking if we sell personalized plushies like the ones on the back wall. I bet you didn't even notice that they were behind you, did you?
No. But if Mark is back there, I hope we have some needles because he made a lot of fun of me. Yeah. But what I wanted to get to you guys at was with some real data, right? And so this data is kind of old because Mark and I actually, okay, so I have some receipts here. So I want to show you guys on the screen. I got the receipts from our shop when we started. So the reason why we really harp on Mother's Day and Father's Day is because, believe it or not, it is the second biggest holiday season of the entire year, obviously after Q4, right? And so just to give you guys an idea, I don't know, I think, let's see, what's the best, maybe this one is. Yeah. So let me show you guys some pictures here. So when Mark and I first got into the game, right, into Etsy and things like that, which was a long time ago, almost in 2015, we got in it, and it was kind of new, right? So this was one of our first months that we did on Etsy, and I'll show you this. It was in the month of May. So see if you can, here we go. You guys see that? So that was one of Mark and I's first month in May. You remember this, Mark?
Yeah, 2015. Wow.
2015. Yeah.
I like how Mark can tell by the graph. He's like, oh, I know that graph.
Yeah. Well, the funniest. Well, the reason why it's funny is because I actually was in Canada for vacation because like we barely started Etsy shop, and I'm sitting on vacation and my phone is going cha-ching, 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 and Mark was still working at Chase, and I'm like, oh my god, he's so screwed. but here's where it gets really wild. So that was the month of May.
It's hard to see it on Instagram.
Yeah. Huh?
What was the amount?
It was $6,400 in the month of, so that was like our first month, and we came in right at Mother's Day. Well, let me show you guys what we did Father's Day, which was literally the next month in June, and I have that number. So we're gonna try to, right there, you see that? It's $17,486.62. And you can see the date right there. I pulled these right off of Etsy. So this is a long time ago. So when we come in and when we're writing emails to you guys and we're pushing this stuff on you, it's not just cause. It's because we've been through it. Well, it kind of gets crazier, right? So I'm gonna show you the same year in 2015 what we ended up doing in November. So this is not even a year of us being on Etsy as a business. So let's see if you guys can see that.
28,000.
$28,053 in the month of November. That was our first Christmas season. Okay, so
well, hold on.
Yeah.
So we have, first of all, we have a lot of new timers who are here. So thank you guys so much for joining for the first time. We got some people making their first time purchases. Some people that have just got the jewelry but haven't done anything with it yet. And I just saw Sangeeta pop on, so you better say hello to somebody.
Gosh, she's on. Okay, I gotta act right.
She's on Instagram, so you better make sure you talk to the right camera.
Welcome to the show. And the last month, I'm going to show you guys real quick. I have the month of December.
That's when they added Sangeeta.
Yeah. Boot her. And let me just show you real quick what the month of December looked like, because I just want to show you guys. So the reason I'm showing you guys this is because in future lives, when we come in, we tell you about a certain product and a certain season. There's a reason why we're telling you about it, right? So this is what our December looked like in 2015.
Back just a bit.
51,000. Jeez.
$51,124.97 on Etsy. And you guys can see the date ranges right there. So if you guys are on the live, these are numbers right off of Etsy. I just pulled them, and believe it or not, those were some of our lowest months on Etsy thereafter. So it only got crazier after those months, and we were doing over 100,000 a month or more on Etsy. So we've been on Etsy. We've been really successful. We've brought products on. When the seasonality is going through the year, there's a reason why we launch certain products or build certain products or make certain products, and that's how we launch certain products, because we've kind of been through it. So I want to show you guys real numbers, because we've been talking about numbers for so long, and I was like, okay, let me just show you guys what it's all about. So with that being said, though, Mark actually left the building because he actually got some new product that you guys are going to be able to see today, which I'm super excited about. Aside from that, I'm really excited to talk about the jewelry again. I know I was the one that launched the jewelry just a few months back. So I know that Danny really showed you guys what the jewelry was about, but I want to kind of talk about it a little bit more in detail. So if you guys have any questions in the meantime, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there are actually a lot of Etsy questions.
Yes.
First off, some people have never even seen the jewelry, so they're excited to see that.
Absolutely.
I said, don't worry, John will get there eventually.
Yes.
And then other people are asking about Etsy. They're saying, do you think Etsy's oversaturated right now? I can't even get seen on there. Somebody else said, my goodness, what are you selling on Etsy?
We're selling MakerFlo products, or we were. But yeah, we were. We actually initially, we got on Etsy when there was not a lot of people on. There was not a lot of variety, and the reason why MakerFlo came about is because on Etsy, what ended up happening was that there was only one or two suppliers at the time. So the reason why MakerFlo came to be is because we came out with unique products on Etsy, and we were selling different, right? And that's exactly what we tell you guys when we build our product and product lines. You're not going to really see anything like that out there. So it's really important, you guys, when we talk about certain things, there's a reason. And this is why we were successful on Etsy. And this is why we were selling so much on Etsy, because we were unique. There was uniqueness. Now, Etsy's obviously become, there's a lot more people on Etsy. However, it's a matter of figuring out, how to weed your way through Etsy. So there is a strategy on Etsy that works. But we're not here for that strategy. What I really wanted to show you guys was that we've been on Etsy. We know what it's like. And maybe down the road in the future, we can get into more details on platforms and things like that. So yeah, Sam, go ahead.
First thing, I'm really excited that people are reading the descriptions that I've been writing. So thank you. Because my friend here said that they have their popcorn and drink ready, which is specifically what I put in the description for today. And then somebody else was asking, do the necklaces only come in silver? Someone else said, I really love to see new products.
Cool.
So
well,
yeah, let's get the questions so far.
Awesome. Well, let's get into it then. So like I said before, you guys are asking why we were so successful on Etsy, and the reason was because we were making products that were just different than the industry, and that's been the backbone of MakerFlo for a very long time. We try to build different, right? We try to build a better product, and we try to build products that have a lot of added value. What we realized in the when we were selling, 50,000, 100,000, 150,000 a month. I think the biggest month we had on Etsy was maybe $250,000 is what we did on Etsy. So we've done some huge numbers on Etsy, right? But we did those numbers because we did it with unique products that MakerFlo eventually came out with. So they were tried, true, and tested products, right? And so that's what we do for on MakerFlo is we come out with these unique products. So one of the unique products that we really wanted to come out with, this year was we really wanted to break into jewelry. And the reason we wanted to break into jewelry is because there's only really one kind of jewelry you can customize right now, which is stamped metal jewelry. And the problem with stamped metal jewelry is you either have to have the right laser, or you have to put a coating on it to engrave it. And the problem with that, with Mark and I doing such high volume, is that it just takes a long time, right? It just takes a god-awful long time to put the spray, wait for it to dry, for this and that. And unless you don't have the right machine, it's a little bit difficult to even get that blackness on the laser. So what we came out with was with the wood jewelry. And what the wood jewelry allows is whether you have a F1 light, whether you have what's the laser pecker, whether you have the Lumos, whether you have an Aura, or whether you have a 100 watt or 150 watt machine, whether you have a CO2 Galvo, you can literally use a wide variety of machines now to customize on this jewelry, and you can do it quickly. So we're going to be demoing some of this jewelry on the F1 Ultra. What is this too? F2?
You have a new name for it every time.
On the F2 Ultra.
Next time it's going to be the UE one.
Yeah. No one's going to know. Yeah. And the cool thing is you'll notice that the jewelry, the way we've made it and the way we've built it, it allows you to actually engrave the jewelry in like 15 seconds, 20 seconds. So it's really like a great added value. Whereas on the metal jewelry, it's very difficult to do that unless you have the right machine. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I have to say hi to Ashley. Ashley's on the live. What's up? Cruz just joined. Hey, Cruz, how's it going? Colorful Impressions asked a great question. They wanted to know, they said they'd love to try the jewelry, but they have a Thunder Nova. It seems much easier with the X tool. What would you suggest for a laser of that size?
For a Thunder Nova, for settings, or?
No, like to engrave, actually, like to use it to engrave.
You could use either. Yeah, if you have the Thunder Nova, that means I believe that one has a big bed. So what I would do is I would make a jig, and on that one, like if it's like I think it's like a 30 by 20 or something like that, you could probably fit like an insane amount of jewelry. You probably fit like 100 pieces. So I would make a jig, I would jig it out, and I would just smoke through those. That's what I would do. So but then if you're like at a show, then I would take like an F1 or a portable one. Yes.
And then we've got another question from TikTok asking, what would you say the margin is on the wood jewelry?
That's great. So that's really good. It's another one of the split screen moments, by the way. But so if you're buying the jewelry by the case, which is what I would recommend, there's 12 pieces in a case. The jewelry, I believe, comes to $10.32 a piece. So for $10.32, you get the pouch, you get the jewelry, and you get the packaging. I believe on the website, we actually have a MSRP price that we recommend that you charge, and it's up to you. You can do the split screen, so it's right below the add to cart. So if you go to the jewelry listing, you can go
sort of the laser blanks,
and then laserette jewelry,
wood pendant jewelry.
Yep. And then if you just
did you call it laserette jewelry?
Yeah, because it has laserette and has jewelry. Yeah. Kate's gonna yell at me. Yeah, she will. She's like, you called it wrong.
I repeated it so that Descript will catch it.
So if you notice that black box, you'll see that there's an MSRP price and there's a recommended range. And the reason we have given ranges is because it just kind of depends on what you end up engraving on it, whether you UV print on it, UV DTF on it, how much you engrave. So we give ranges, but what we've realized is $40 to $55 is like a really solid range for the jewelry. So if you think about it, you get the jewelry by the case for $10.32. If it takes you, let's say, worst case, a minute to engrave one of these, then you can potentially make $30 for that minute of engraving. So this is a great product to do at a live event because you can engrave so many of them.
So I'm going to say, too, I'm interrupting you, Sam Cam. So this is one of those new features that I want to say John brought to us not too long ago. But see this little dot right here? So that tells you exactly how many are in stock of that particular item. So like if I change it to a different color, it's going to be a different number because it's a different item, right? Same thing with the black. This way you can really truly plan, you know, what you need to order, and you can kind of anticipate what's coming next.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's really great. And since we're in this, we can just keep going a little bit deeper. So this is oh, that's a really good, I mean, that's a really good call. I'm glad you said that. We're showing slowly showing the inventory. So keep in mind there's multiple ways to buy on MakerFlo as well, right? So if you're getting into the season, you really don't want to buy singles. You don't really want to buy 4 necklaces unless you know you're just kind of getting to try out. What you essentially want to do at the very least is get the Build-A-Bundle. And the Build-A-Bundle is what allows you to order as many singles, minimum of 25 singles, but 25 or more singles, you just add them to cart and it gives you 10% off your entire cart. But let's say if you're like, well, I know that for Mother's Day, the natural heart is going to crush it. Well, go buy the case. Go buy those by the cases, case of 12, and you get 20% off. But let's say, and we have a lot of people that do this, they're like, you know what? I love, 4 of these shapes, and I love all 3 colors, and that's 12 different items. They'll get like 2-3 cases of each because they want to stock up. And if you get 25 or more cases, then you actually get 28% off the singles price. So that's the maximum savings that you can get at MakerFlo. There's a lot of people, especially during busy seasons like Mother's Day and Father's Day, that'll get that Build-A-Palette that we offer. And all you have to do is just add cases to your cart, and the discount will automatically calculate in your cart. So these are all things that we've added, from MSRP to ranges to inventory to these deals where you just add to cart and go, to make your life easier, to make sure that it's really simple for you to give and go. At the end of the day, we don't want you to spend all this time on a website or calling in to place an order. We want to make sure it's easy for you guys to order, and we want to make sure you go about your way to do more sales, because the more sales is what we all struggle with. And we want to make sure you have as much time to generate those sales. So that's why we do all these things. And we really hope that it helps, in many different ways. So Sam, I know there's a lot of stuff coming in. I don't know if you want to throw some questions my way.
Yeah, I'm going to make that screen go away.
Okay.
And then we're going to go back to the regular cams. And I'm going to say, first off, we've got Holly in the crowd here.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And Holly is saying Build-A-Bundle is the best way to go with anything.
Nice.
And Ashley just kind of chimed in right after, same thing. She said to Build-A-Bundle with the electroplated tumblers. So for anybody who is getting these products, like say you don't want the sample kit, or you want to pick your own kind of samples, that Build-A-Bundle is perfect for you because you can mix and match. And then Aaron said, sorry, I just find you guys yesterday. Where did the product ship from? Great question. I'll actually leave that to you. Oh, and then we also have Mrs. J, fairly new to MakerFlo. Just received her 3rd order yesterday, still in the testing phase with their Vision 20 watt.
Awesome. We do ship from Phoenix, Arizona. So if you order, it's shipped domestically. That's how it's always been since the very, very beginning. So that's kind of where we get it from. If you're wondering where we get our products, it's not anything we hide. Majority of products do come from China. Mark and I go to China. We develop the products. If you want to know more about that, we've done podcasts and lives about that on our YouTube channel. So you can go to our YouTube channel and check those out, and you can kind of learn more about our process and what we do. I saw some people are talking about the 20 ounces. Now, if you're new and you want to ever, check out our past lives, for example, the 20-ounce live, which was last week, and those 20 ounces are somewhere behind me over yonder. But anyways,
that camera's not there.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to check that live out, all you got to do is go to our DMs on Facebook or Instagram and just put live 16, and you can go back to those previous lives and you can watch it in snippets. So we'll send you like 30-second minute snippets. But not only that, you can also get the free files from if there were any, or any kind of free anything. Well, that was not live 16. That was marble boards, right? We didn't have 20 ounces classics.
Nope.
The marble boards. We have free files for that. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, I lied. But yeah, you can still go to our YouTube channels. You can find it there. So, okay, before I get too far off, last thing. If you like the jewelry, if you like what you see today, we do have a sample pack of jewelry, and that was wicked hot when we launched the product. So if you just do not know what you want to order, just get the sample pack and you'll get one of everything. And there was quite a few people that got the sample. Actually, there was quite a few people. I think there were more people that got 2 sample packs because it was just easy to order 2 of everything. So Feel free to just Google sample pack. I mean, not Google. Go to our website and just search sample pack, and you'll go to the sample pack page, and you can add the sample packs there. I think there's 7 different shapes, 3 colors.
We'll show them off.
21. So you'll show them off later. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, yeah. Go ahead.
So first, we have some questions to get to.
Yes.
One, there's someone saying they said, hi to everybody, good evening. Thank you for your service. I made an order today, paid $10 for extra processing, and it went shipped today. So they're really excited about
awesome.
that. Someone else who's fairly new to the products was asking where they ship from, is saying, so your products are unique in design. People won't find them on Temu. And I knew you would love to answer this question, so I'm going to kick it back to you.
Yeah. Wait, what's the question?
They're saying the products won't be found on Temu.
Oh, well, I mean, we don't have it on Temu, but if somebody copies and puts it on Temu, then you might find it. But the cool thing is, like our Maker Twist line, which you see behind us, right? This product is patent pending by us. So if you find this, we'll send a cease and desist to Temu. And so there are a lot of products that are patented by us, like our pens that we have. We have a lot of trademarks and things like that. So there are items that we actually develop and that we actually do. So even our laserette line, it's actually, a lot of people think it's what's out there in generic, like whatever is on Amazon for cheap, but it's not. Mark and I actually went to China and we re-engineered laserette, which you guys might know as leatherette, but we call it laserette because we completely redesigned it. So a lot of our products are designed by us or rebuilt and re-engineered by us, so it's different. Because like I said, like I showed you guys our numbers, we have done numbers, right? And Etsy, believe it or not, when we had started, those were our numbers. It only went up from there, where we were doing 50,000, 120,000, 250,000 a month on Etsy. And we know why we hit those, because we had such great products that Mark and I designed with so much added value that, you know, the product sort of just sold itself. And so that's kind of that's really what Mark and I, you know, that's our genius, is what I like to think, is we really know the market well, and then we can design products according to that. And unlike Temu or any of these places, we just don't go to a factory and just grab whatever they have. Yes.
So 2 more things, and I'm going to actually bring in the computer for this because they actually want to see the sample packs.
Okay.
And then I've also got someone asking about settings, so I figured this would be a great time to show
it off,
right?
Yeah.
So first, on the computer here, so follow my little mouse. See, it's circling wholesale bulk. So let's click on that. That's going to take you to your samples. So right down here at the bottom, order samples. On this as well, you also have the option to do those bulk discounts, so like that build a bundle we were talking about, the cases, everything, all of that information is going to be here. But say you just want a sample set.
Move the window a little bit to your right.
Okay.
More. There you go. Perfect.
Okay, so say you just want a sample set. So let's click on the sample set. All right. Now, when you're on the site, you'll see all of these here. Now, they should have most of the information available, like it says the colors, the numbers, everything like that, it's here. If by any means you want more information, you can always add it to your cart. And then once it's in your cart, you can go ahead and click on your cart and you can see the actual description of what it is. So like say you're not sure what comes in this pack, you can go ahead and click on it. Now from this screen, you are going to see all of the other laserette samples. So I'll move that over just a little bit more. Okay. So you'll see all the laserette samples. See how these ones are crossed out? That means that one of the colors is sold out. So then that sample can't be completed at this time. But all the ones that are, clickable, those are all able to be ordered right now. So hopefully that helps with the sample question. Now next, you guys were also asking about the settings. So someone was actually about the F2 Ultra setting. So we do have some of them on the site. Now for the settings that we have, you'll go to MakerFlo Pro. And then from there, you can go to laser settings. So everything that we have is going to be on the site. You can go ahead and scroll through and look and see what's available for what. So like my friend who said they wanted to see the X-Tool F2 Ultra. I don't see that one on here just yet, but there's also a lot of similar machines. So you could always go ahead and look, like this one is a 40-watt blue light. So that's very similar to what the F2 Ultra blue light would be. So you can start with a setting like this, or you can plug all of this into ChatGPT, tell them what you're engraving, and it'll give you a base setting to use. So we do have a lot of settings here, but for any settings that are missing, make sure you're using your resources. You can also send feedback to us as well on what machines you're looking for if you're not seeing them listed. So hopefully that helps. Back to you, John.
Awesome. That was a lot of education. I do want to get to the product too. So are there any pending questions?
Let me look at the chat.
I did see a question that came through that I think you missed, so I don't mind going over that. But go ahead.
So our friend Erin said you developed them. Awesome, glad to hear it. Sheila said the leatherette is amazing and never change it. And again, laserette, guys. She loves being able to get a metallic shimmer glitter effect with it. And then Miss J said, are the settings going to be different for each color? So that's a great question too.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna kind of steal this, but so we have a swatch set that we offer. It's actually pretty big. Yeah, we just restocked this morning. So the swatch set's pretty wicked. And the cool thing is, Mark and I figured out that you only really need 2 settings. So if you get the swatch set, one cool thing is that we actually have something engraved on the swatches. So you can actually compare like the engraving we did to what you engrave with your machine, so you can make a compare and contrast with it. But the second thing is, what we figured out is that once you use the swatch set, the only different setting you should have is black to silver. And so black to silver would be different because the silver underneath metallic is just different, and it needs a different setting. It doesn't need to be as hard as the other colors. Now, if you go to the other colors, I would recommend starting with a blue or a white, because those are difficult to engrave. Once you figure out that setting should work on everything else. So if you even use leatherette from any other company, that's if you just figure that out, it should work for everything else. So you really should only have 2 settings, and any metallic setting, you'll need to do that. Like with the metallics will all be the same, and the dull colors will all be the same. Like anything that basically has black underneath. So that's a little bit of a tidbit or takeaway. That's how, when we are doing our testing, that we just have 2 settings that we use. So yes.
And then Pamela's asking, gold or only silver? I'm sure she means the underlay.
Like the underlay, at the moment, we only have black to silver, and then everything else, like we have stage, and we have like a rawhide brown color. So like all these other colors that aren't metallic, these are all going to be black. So only the black goes to silver, the rest goes to black. And guys, there's a reason why it's like that. Since we re-engineered the leatherette, right? This is like literally like the newest and best leatherette out there. We give it time, right? We make sure that it's done right, and then we slowly come out with products, and we kind of grow the line as we go. We've learned our lesson from being in this for such a long time, that you just don't go, like all out, because you might just run into problems. So manufacturing takes time to learn things. We take time to learn things. The front end takes time. And so that's kind of what we work on. So we know that when we take our time and we hit it right every time, it just amplifies it way better than being first to market too fast, because you can make so many mistakes. So, yeah.
No, they're all just kind of watching and enjoying. There's one thing that you didn't tell them, though.
Yeah.
That's really cool about that swatch set.
Yeah.
So if you want to hold it up again.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you show them without you actually knowing what you're showing them. So show them any of the pages, any color.
Yeah.
So guys, see how at the bottom it says MakerFlo in silver? So whatever it says in MakerFlo is the optimum engraving that you're looking for. So it'll show you the colors. So on the other ones, if you switch to different colors, they're all black. So if you forget which one does which or what is what, that is your guide. It's kind of also your target of what you're shooting for, as far as what you want it to be.
Yeah. So one thing that I will tell you is that I believe the swatch sets that you would buy, it actually it does not have MakerFlo. No, it actually now says the color of the swatch. Oh. So like here it'll say black, but it'll be black engraved with silver writing. So essentially the reason we did that and we didn't do MakerFlo is because you could take it to your potential clients and show them what it looks like, and then you know what color it is and they know what color it is. So it kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone there. The other way people use this is, believe it or not, which I thought was genius, is when they're going to shows, like in-person shows, they'll actually put the laser engraving that they're going to be engraving at a live show on the swatch sets. So swatch set itself becomes kind of like a flip book, and they can be like, oh, I love the engraving on the black and silver. That's the one I want. So I thought that was kind of a very smart and genius move. Yeah.
Oh, there was a question that came up a while ago, and their new comment reminded me, but they were asking about the tariffs in regard to pricing.
Yes.
So let me just find that. Really
I think that's the one that you missed. That
yep.
I do remember saying that. So somebody asked if we're going to be applying for the refund, is I believe what was asked. So yeah, we're currently looking at that. It's a lot more complex than we thought. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as just getting a refund. So we thought it would be, because we pay there's multiple tariffs, And so we thought that they would know what tariff, we paid and just give us a refund for it. But it's actually way more complicated. We have to do a lot of different things. So we're looking for it. But what we're being told by all our brokers and stuff is that don't expect anything for at least like 2 to 3 months. So we kind of have to wait and see what actually happens. So, but yeah, we will be trying to see if we can get a refund or what happens with that. So we'll keep you guys posted as things kind of unravel. So yeah,
I'm sure they'll make a podcast about it.
a podcast. We will make a podcast about it.
What?
Well, cool. Without further ado, let's show you guys real quick again. So we have a few things. I'm going to show you guys the jewelry, talk about how it's made and things like that. After that, I'm going to hand it over to Mark because Mark has some surprises for you guys. So if you guys are still on the live, give me 10 more minutes and Mark is going to show you guys some stuff that nobody's ever seen before. But aside from that, let's really quickly talk about the jewelry. I know that Danny kind of showed this, but for anybody that joined after, I'm just going to get real close and show you guys. So this is the jewelry. Each piece of jewelry comes like this. Go ahead. They know you.
I hope so.
So now you got to look, say bye.
Hi, guys.
There you go. Nice. So each piece of jewelry, it comes like this. So, this is not 3 pieces in here. It's just one. So it's poly bagged. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this, and inside it, there's a few things in there. So once the poly bag is removed, so you guys can either put your own markings on it or whatever you guys want to do. There's a sticker on here. It tells you what was inside it. It'd be a little hard to read, but it kind of tells you like the color and the shape inside it. So once you remove that, what you have is 2 more bags. The one bag, well, let's go over this. So this one is a laser art pouch. So this one engraves the black, and this one is actually a pinch. So what I like to call is a flex frame, because you just pinch it and it opens and closes. And it engraves like this, or you can print it. So it goes to black. But the cool thing is we actually added a piece of foam in there. So it kind of stretches it so it's flat. So you guys don't have to do much. It's like ready to go. You just put it in the laser and you engrave it. So each piece of jewelry comes with the flex frame. And then the next part of this is there's another baggie. And if you open that baggie up, believe it or not, this is like a Russian doll. There's another baggie. And the reason for all of this bagging is so basically the jewelry and the necklace don't touch each other and ding each other, scratch each other, things like that. So when you open this up, you get to the actual jewelry. And that's how everything is packaged. So when you order one piece of jewelry, that's everything you get. Now, as for the jewelry goes, I'm gonna drill through this, okay? The jewelry. There are 3 types of wood we have. We have ironwood, which is natural. We have what is it called?
African blackwood.
African blackwood, which is black. And then we have more redder wood, which is like our rosewood. And so those are the 3 colors we have. And the way this is all the steel on here, the framing, which is all this, and the necklace is 304 stainless steel. So it's, I wouldn't say it's 100% hypoallergenic, but it is like pretty hypoallergenic. So if you're super sensitive, you might feel something here or there. But the cool part is when someone's wearing this and if it's on their body, it's actually going to be the wood that really touches you, right? Unless the necklace is touching you. So it's less of it that really touches your body. It's more the wood. Now the wood coating, we even thought about this far, is actually a FDA approved coating. So it's a very safe coating. It's an organic coating. So it's like having mineral oil in a cutting board. So it's very safe. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is how this is structured. A lot of people think this piece is glued, but that's actually not true. What this is pinned. So this is actually one fat piece of wood, and it's going to be very difficult to see this, but there's actually 3 pins that are put inside of the metal that goes inside of the wood. And so we strategically pin these, that way you can't pop it off. So there's no glue here. So it's pretty permanently pinned. So this is kind of what our jewelry comes with. Each piece comes with, when you buy a case of them, let's say 12 of them, you're going to get 12 pieces of this, and you're going to get 12 pieces of that. So you're going to get everything in one case. So just keep that in mind. Some FAQs that we get, can I wear it in the shower? Sure, you can wear it in the shower. It is wood, but it should withstand showers because these are all exotic woods. It's a denser wood. It has more oils in it, so it repels the wood. We also have a coating that repels the water. So it is like one of those woods. Now, keep in mind, it is wood, right? So over time, over years, as you wear it, when your oil rubs on it or your clothing does, it might dull just a little bit. And all you have to do is just add some mineral oil and it'll come right back to life. The great thing is we didn't use a plywood. We didn't use fillers. We're actually using real lumber to make these. So these are truly exotic woods and they will last a lifetime. It just requires a little bit of maintenance over a course of time. And yes, you can wear these every day. It's not a problem. We get that question all the time. And we've had the jewelry out for quite some time now. We haven't received one complaint. So it's been an absolutely awesome product line. And what I really want to get to is some new stuff and engraving. But yes, ma'am, questions.
Okay. So I have to say this question because they're just calling me out personally.
Yeah.
It says, "Hey Sam, I've been doing a lot of testing on the P3 I bought at the APA. I ordered a bunch of different items yesterday from MakerFlo to do more testing. I hope you've had time to test your P3." Sherry, I absolutely have not had time to test the P3, and I'm so sorry. But I don't know if you've seen our social media lately, but there's been a lot going on. So we're posting a lot more. And there's so much more content happening, and we are actually getting a new person to join the team starting like tomorrow. So in the next few weeks, that P3 is going to be looking a lot more attainable, but for now it is still in its crate, unfortunately. So I just wanted to fess up to that. And then someone else was asking about the length on the jewelry. Can it be adjusted? The pin idea sets it apart from cheaper competitors. And they say, yeah, that looks really great. So yeah, I don't know if you want to show them, John, the extension on that so they can see kind of the length and how it can be adjusted.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to do a quick demo here, and I'm going to hand it off to Mark. So basically, here's your piece of jewelry. It comes with a tail. That's what I like to call it. So here's the jewelry. Here's the extender. And so all you have to do is there's a lobster clasp here at the end. It's really difficult to show because it's so small. But you just unhook this. And I'm going to put it on the last slot. So you guys will see there won't be a tail left. So I'm going to basically put it in the last slot here. And now there's no tail, as you can see, and it's really, really long. So each of the jewelry has an extension. Some of them have, I think, 18 plus 4. Others have 20 plus 4, 22 plus 4. I can't remember, but they're all on the listings.
They're like 3 or 4 inch extensions.
Yeah, they're the 4-inch extension. So you can go to the listing, it'll tell you what the extensions are. And so you can kind of get these with the extension. So a lot of folks like to kind of do different extensions. Well, one thing that Mark, before I bring Mark up, he asked me to let you guys know is that if you guys buy the sample set for the jewelry, Mark put up an offer of $25 off the sample set of jewelry. So if you're in the live and if you guys are considering buying the sample set of the jewelry, the code is LIVE17, LIVE17, so the number 17, and LIVE17 will give you $25 off a sample set of jewelry. So if you're considering it, Mark is just throwing a little bit more back at you. Hopefully you take those savings and it's something you can try. So we'll bring that back up later on as well. But with further ado, I kind of went over the jewelry, what it comes with, but I'm going to have Mark come on real quick, and I would love for Mark to show you guys some fun stuff. So let's do a little switch over.
Switcheroo. Woo-woo. Let me get mic'd up here. All right, look. Boom. All right, guys, welcome. Thanks for joining the live. And for those of you that just heard John, LIVE17, use that promo code. If you want to get the entire sample set of wood pendant jewelry that we have, you basically get one of everything. So there's 7 different shapes and 3 different colors. So 21 different total pieces of wood jewelry that you can get. And the great thing about the sample packs, guys, is that they're already discounted. We already give you 10% off for those sample packs. But for the live only, as you know, sometimes we give a little special offer here for being a part of our lives. One of the reasons to join the lives. But for the live only, it ends today, tonight, $25 off. In addition to the 10% we're already giving you, use the promo code LIVE17 at checkout to get that additional discount. So any questions on that, guys put it in chat, and Sam will bring it up to my attention. So, but another reason that you guys join these lives is to kind of get a little bit of inside scoop of what John and I are working, kind of behind the scenes that no one else gets to see. So today I brought some, we can call them prototypes, I'll call them, or samples, that something we're working on behind the scenes to grow the wood jewelry line. So I have some new shapes, and I want to get your guys' feedback. I want to show you guys the new shapes that I have. What do you guys think? What do you guys say? Let me grab some of them here. So,
well, I will tell you, people have been already asking if they come in different colors, different sizes. There's been lots of questions happening.
Cool. So the first prototype I have, guys, this new shape here. This is a feather shape. You gotta get that in focus.
I think you just gotta scoot back a little bit, Mark. Yeah.
There we go. Right there's the sweet spot. So what do you guys think about this one? This is a nice feather shape on here. So
that's cool.
It's a new design. Anyone that's into feathers. I know here in Arizona we have a lot of tribes and tribal lands, so something that's very popular on that. I really like this one that I'm working on. This is a heart.
Like a purse.
It's a heart, like padlock.
It looks like a purse.
So
all right, guys, purse or padlock?
Yeah, the purse or the padlock. You guys kind of look like a purse, huh?
Yeah.
Now I got that stuck in my head. Let me get out of the seat there. So I like this one. It's like a little heart in there, so a little padlock. You can put, a couple's initials on there. And
are these double-sided, Mark?
Well, the prototypes are kind of. This one, yeah, kind of, sort of. To be determined. We do prefer the double-sided. So we were testing a different type of backing on these ones because some of these designs aren't so symmetrical like the other original shapes. So let's see what else I have here.
So far you're getting, I love that.
All right, guys, I have I have this wing design. What do you guys think about this wing here? So for anyone that's doing a memorial, a special item for somebody that's passed away, even for pet memorials, I love this wing one. But what's even better is I have another wing design that we were playing with. And this one is like a double wing. What do you guys think about the wing options? Do you guys like the single wing or do you like the double wing? What do you like?
I don't know. It's like is the Harley Davidson symbol something like that? I feel like the double wing looks familiar.
I don't know.
But those are both cool. I think I like the double wings better. But we've been having a lot of comments coming in. People love the feather. They love the wing. They said these are really nice looking. I'm learning so much on this chat. Love it already. Replacing older jewelry for the wooden ones. Feathers also look like a shark in surfboard. That's kind of cool. Love the wings. They said single-sided, a single wing. Love the feather and the wing design. Feel free to accidentally drop them in my order. I like the double. I like them all, both. Yeah, these are some
these are just one of ones right now. Like I said, they're just prototypes, so these aren't available, but something we're working on. Yeah.
So that's a good question. And honestly, I just from peeking over here, because guys, these are samples that he didn't even show me like 2 days ago. But yeah, he's like, oh, look, I have these new things, and these are all new to me. So it's new to me too. But they're asking if the wings can go together, like one of those hearts that go together, kind of a thing.
Okay.
That might be something in the future, like little bestie necklaces.
Like a moose.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. They said that'd be perfect for couple engravings, and
yeah. Awesome. I have one that's kind of it's a unisex design, I would say. It's been popular lately. It's called a cow tag.
Oh, well, that apron?
Yeah, it's like it's a cow tag. So
I'm just gonna make up new names for all of them.
Yeah, I was about making it maybe a little bit smaller, so it's a little more petite because it's about the size of the dog tag right now.
TikTok is doubling down on the double wings, by the way.
Yeah, they like the double ones.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice. Other than that, let's see. Oh, this one's interesting that I have. So this one actually has like an engraving on it. What do you guys think about this one?
Oh, that's cool.
This one is a praying hands.
I have that tattoo with the taco in it.
Yeah?
Yep.
Focus here. So it already has an engraving on it, but what do you guys think? You could add an engraving like on on the top of the hand there, or would you guys just, customize this in a different way? What do you guys think on this one?
Okay, while they're thinking and typing, I'm gonna say what I would do personally: make a rosary beads with resin to go around the hands. That'd be really cool.
That's a good idea.
Once a Catholic school.
Or you could like rhinestone with some little rosaries down the hands. That would be really neat, and kind of lock that in with some resin. Yeah, so this one.
Don't take my idea, guys.
I know when I showed this one to I think Deshaun at the warehouse. Deshaun loved this one.
Yeah,
he was a big fan of the praying hand. So
absolutely.
So something different, something unique that no one's seen before. Not even Sam has seen.
Nope, it's true.
Yeah, or like on the back for like your special verse, or maybe or just like John 3:16 or whatever psalm that you like, or your favorite verse. Just those a little that simple word and numbers. Absolutely. Okay, so those are some of the new shapes and stuff that we've been working on. I don't know if anyone could see what's on my hand or anyone noticed that, but we'll get to that in a minute. Danny walked out and he saw this one. This is a black color that we were kind of playing with. I know it has the, it's not double-sided at the moment, but we would make it double-sided. We were just playing with what a full metal side would look like. And so this is a cross with the black chain. You guys can see the black chain here. And then,
black on the back wall, or
yeah, would you guys prefer the metal back side or the double wooden side? Wooden wood or wooden metal?
So Ashley said she's seen most of these before because she found them on accident at APA.
Oh, you little devil, you. I'll confiscate your phone next time we hang out. Jeez.
Hey, she didn't post it.
It's gonna be like the Kevin Hart concert. You go to Kevin Hart concert, they lock your phone up. You can't even like get to your phone, man. But yeah, what do you guys think about the black one? Look at the black trim on there, the black chain. Loving the cross with metal and wood. I like the black chain. Yeah. So something different on that one. And then this one I have is basically, so this is our current heart one that we have, right? That's the current heart one. And then what we did on this one is not only is it a new color, but it's a little bit smaller. So this is a gold chain with a gold embezzlement with the wood. And it's just a smaller size. So we were playing with something a little bit more petite, get some feedback from our team. And then this one does have the gold back metal, but we would probably make this double-sided wood. So then this one has the gold chain on it.
Okay, so you're getting a lot of comments. People first want to see your wrist. They're loving the cross with the metal and the wood. They love the black chain, the wood and the metal, perfect fit together. Black looks good. Black metal's great. Love the gold heart. Love the smaller options. And then that's just Facebook and YouTube. On Instagram, they love the black backed cross. Really makes the wood pop. It's so pretty. And then on TikTok, we're loving the black as well. Definitely add initials, and they would get all of the samples.
Awesome. Yeah, the black one's pretty cool. We put it on.
And then while I was looking at the other comments, we got a bunch more from the gold heart. So people are really enjoying these.
Cool. So the next one, guys, is what's on my wrist right here. These are wooden bracelets, guys. Look at these. These things are pretty neat, and we have the cross right there, and then we've got the heart. So these ones will match the existing jewelry that we have, because we have these in. This is what I'm wearing is the natural color with the silver. And let's see, I gotta go like this, huh? And then on the back we have the adjustable bracelets. So this is just a pole adjustable, so that you can tighten these as loose or as tight as you want. And then these are just made in smaller versions to match the necklaces. And what I'll probably do on that cross one is make it just a little bit bigger. You guys see that? Yeah. So right now, guys, none of these are live. Like I said, these are just prototypes and samples. So one of the unique benefits of coming onto the lives is you get to see a little bit what we're working on behind the scenes. So bracelets is something that these are just samples that we're working on. Hopefully we can have something like this released later on in the year. What's the feedback we got on that, Sam?
Sheila said, "There goes Mark taking all my money again." They said the bracelets are fantastic. Love the bracelets. Nice idea. Lots of bracelets sold to the younger crowd. The bracelets are very nice. And then the same thing on Instagram. They're really loving the bracelets. They're typing so much they're having trouble spelling in a lot of their comments because they're coming through so fast. But yeah, everybody's really excited about this. Let's all throw like a thumbs up if you guys are looking out for this to come into stock. And again, there are just prototypes right now, so there's no official date. Not anytime soon is what I would say. But if you guys want these to come forward, if you want them to not be prototypes anymore, let's see some emojis in the chat, guys.
Yeah, guys, your feedback is what we take on how to develop new products, what we come out with. So we're always listening out there, what you guys are looking for, new shapes, new colors, to help us develop what we're coming out with next. So with that being said, to reiterate the promotion and the deal we have for the live today, if you guys want the sample pack of one of everything of the current jewelry stock that we have, there's 21 different shapes and colors that you can get. Grab your shopping carts right here. Get your shopping carts and go over to MakerFlo and go to our sample sets and use the code LIVE17 to get an additional $25 off your jewelry sample packs, and you just put it right in the cart. It's like that easy, Sam. You just bloop, put it right in the MakerFlo cart, hit that checkout button, and we'll get that shipped out for you guys. Look at this cart. It's your MakerFlo cart. I'm not even kidding you guys. Boom. And then you come with the laserette pouches that you can customize as well. So you guys want to get into the actual customizing part, or what's next, Sam?
Yeah, I think it's about time. So I'm going to need John to come over here and take over the chat. So you guys, I'm really sorry, but John Cam is making a return. I'm not responsible for anything that happens over here after I walk away.
I was going to say that if you have vertigo, it's about to get a little wild in here.
Okay. Mark, why don't you give me something to engrave? How about that?
How about that? How about that? Let's do it.
We're going to be on John Cam forever. Okay. What's going on?
Like within moments, it's already John.
It's already John Cam. That's right. I hope you guys are enjoying the live.
We'll start off easy. We're going to do something easy for her. We'll give her the, this is the dog egg shape, guys, and this is the natural color, so that lighter wood color.
Whoop, whoop. Let's go. All right. So, so just so you guys know, I have been actually making the, let's see here. I've been making the designs weekly. So right now, you guys should have designs. If you type live17 into DMs, you'll get free designs for the pouches. And I've been doing the pouches. I made some designs, some cool designs for the pouches. So if you want the free designs files for the pouches, feel free to do so. We have been getting quite a in the reviews and stuff. I've been looking at how people have been doing the jewelry, and so there's been a lot of words and things that people have been putting and adding. And so, you know, a lot of folks are putting like verses, they're writing poems, they're writing names, and they're putting like hearts or very simple designs on the jewelry. So I didn't really make anything for the jewelry, but I did some cool stuff for the pouches. So if you guys want the free files, make sure you go to you know, just DM us live17, live17. It's the same as the coupon code. We tried to make things a lot easier for you guys so you guys can get those. So right now, Sam, we got a new camera, which is pretty cool. And so we're going to actually be able to see the laser engraving live. So Mark, can you just move the jewelry a little bit to the left?
No.
Okay, that's right. Oh, there you go. That works. Or that.
Engraver, it kind of needs to say where it is.
Boom. I got it. I got the camera. Camera shifted, John. Boom.
Cool. So we're going to be engraving this live so you can kind of see what it looks like. And we're super excited to show you. The one cool thing that I want you guys to understand is how quickly you can engrave this. So at the moment, we're engraving this using the F2 Ultra, which is quite a powerful machine. I believe it's a 40-watt diode. But even if you have a F1, F1 Lite or like a regular F1, I mean, that should do the job. You should be able to engrave these in less than 30 seconds with even, you know, a diode that might be 10 watt or 5 watt. So if you have a bigger laser, like if you have like a 50 watt, 100 watt, that's going to be even faster. Or if you have a bigger bed, what I would recommend is making a jig and fitting like 40, 50 at a time in a laser bed. So just keep that in mind, because that's really where you get a lot of leverage when you do this. So let's see here. So Sam is setting up the files. In the meantime,
So I have the file saved, but because they're all for the pouches, I'm making one for the jewelry right now.
Okay.
So we're doing a basketball and we're doing a number 17. So I've got that on here too, and I have some settings for it that are pretty awesome.
So for the dog tag one, I figured we'll go sports theme on this one, then we'll go Mother's Day theme on the next ones. So these are great for team sports. You guys can add any sort of person's name on there for the team, the jersey number. So we're going to do a basketball on this one with the number 17 to kind of demonstrate how you can sell these folks to an entire team for maybe it's the end of the season gift, or even for as trophies or awards. You can put what the award is on the necklace too. So some other ideas outside of Mother's Day, which will be next. So she is framing it right now.
I don't like the way it looks.
Let's see.
cool. So if you haven't used an X Tools before, or most of the machines have it now, is you have a little framing function. So they're framing the design in there so they know it's kind of centered. So their mark is, and he just framed it so he knows that the design is going to fit in that square. So that's kind of a cool feature that most lasers nowadays have. I see that Perry Designs is on. Hey, Perry. Hey, Paul. Colorful Impressions. So I know you put Live 17 in the chat, but make sure you DM us. So go to our profile and click message and message us Live 17. So make sure you don't DM us in the live. So
Woo!
Here we go.
Here we go.
Live engraving. That looks wicked. Yeah, that's cool.
Wow, what was it? I'm going to do a couple passes.
How long was that?
That was a whole 11 seconds.
That's 11 seconds. So Mark saw that and he said one more pass. So we need one more pass to get it a little bit darker and deeper. So you guys just saw it was a little bit lighter. So we need to do one more pass to try to get it a little bit darker. So keep in mind, you don't have to do two passes. You don't have to do two passes. All in this case you would have to do is increase the power or slow down the speed. So
yeah, what's great with the wood is that it's very forgiving. So what I mean by that is you guys can just keep, you can keep engraving it. I guess I can show that on the other camera.
No.
Yeah.
There you go.
So there it is right there. And what's nice with wood is when you engrave wood is if you don't like how it turns out the first time, then just engrave it again. Don't touch it, don't move it, run that pass again, and it's going to just basically make it deeper and darker, more likely. And so it just looks a lot richer in the color features when you engrave it multiple times. What do you guys think on that? Boom. It's a lot of focus. There we go. All right. So,
should we do a bag?
A bag?
Mm-hmm.
So Mark, you're getting asked what type of wood that is, the one that you guys engraved.
So this one is the natural wood, which is the ironwood. So it's the lightest color wood that we have out of all the jewelry. And it's real ironwood lumber, like John was saying, that we use to make the jewelry. It's not a plywood or anything cheap like that. It's real lumber that we shave down, we cut it down to fit into the pendants of the jewelry.
Because we could say that this is a basketball loving mom. So let's put like a fun little mom quote on the outside of the
Yeah,
right?
That's a great idea. As a gift for Mother's Day, for her star player.
I hand me a pouch.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. So one thing that I love about what we created here is that you can make the jewelry, you can add a name, you can keep it very simple, add a simple design, but then you can really do a lot with the pouch, because the pouch is something that you're going to probably carry. You're probably going to take it with you. You can put it in your purse. You can use it for something else. You can put something a lot more sentimental on there. You can put a poem on there. You can put some inside joke, personal message, verses, all kinds of things. If you put Live 17 in DM us, I have a lot of designs and other ideas that you can put on the pouches. So make sure you go and do that and get the free designs. So while Sam is setting that up, Mark, can you talk about what material the metal is on the jewelry?
Yeah, the 304 stainless steel on the metal. So guys, remember this is fully encased in stainless steel, 304 premium quality. And then there are we adhere the wood to the metal with these little pins on the side. So there's no glue involved. This isn't going to pop out or anything. We've actually permanently secured that wood to the bezel stainless steel. And the necklace is also 304 stainless steel. There's a little marker right there that indicates that as well.
We have some folks here saying that they want you to sell a shopping cart. Maybe we can sell a shopping cart with John inside it and riding the shopping cart.
What's your jewelry, right?
That's good. Just put it in your cart, check it out. It's that easy, right? So the next question that's being asked is how well does the black engrave? So I don't know if we have a black piece of jewelry, but we can maybe engrave the same thing on the black and we can show it. This is the laserette. So we're currently running the laserette out so you guys can see how that looks. Oh, I love this one. I made this one today. I'm so glad you're engraving that one. I was excited about that one. See, this is one of the free designs you get.
So to get the free designs, guys, simply DM us the word live17, live17, and send that to our DMs, and we'll send you the free files that we're using on that. Wow, that looks amazing.
That looks awesome.
Look how detailed that is.
Yeah, I love that design. So that's one of the free files you get. How long did that take, Sam? So the pouch took 22 seconds. The jewelry took like 15 seconds. So you're literally talking less than 45 seconds to engrave the whole thing. This is why I say you just round it up to a minute. You can easily charge $40, $50 for this. Your cost if you buy by the case is $10.32. So you're looking at about $25 per piece. So it's wicked. The margins are awesome. The added value is awesome. And you're doing all of this for literally less than a minute, which I think is so fabulous. And if you're at a live show or if you're selling this, it's such a sentimental item. You can write so many personal messages. You do so much personal. One thing we haven't really talked to show you guys is that you can engrave the back of the pouch and the jewelry. So there's literally 4 sides you can engrave, 2 sides of the jewelry, 2 sides of the pouch. So if you feel that $40 or $50 is too much for 45 seconds of engraving, double it, make it a minute and a half, put 4-sided engraving, and you're still, for under 2 minutes, you could be selling it for $50, $40 and be clearing $30 or $40 in net off each of the jewelry pieces. So there's a lot of opportunity here. So Sam, what are we working on?
So we're doing the same thing just so we can kind of compare apples to oranges. So we're doing the basketball with number 17 again.
Okay.
And I just went ahead and I got it kind of set up the way I want it. I'm going to go ahead and check on my settings. So the settings that I've been using for this, when I go to the X tool, it gives you a lot of kind of options. So I'm actually using the bamboo setting, and I tweaked that one a little bit. So I started there, and I kind of just played around with what I had, and I moved it to a 95 power and 1100 for the speed, 1 pass, and 120 lines per centimeter. But again,
awesome.
You can do as many passes as you want. I'm actually going to change this to 3 because I know I do like to run the black a little bit more than the natural.
Awesome. So yeah, so that's really, I'm really glad you went through the process. So if you are doing settings and if you're unsure, just pick something that's similar, right? So in our case, wow, that's loud. That is so loud.
It sings to you, Sam says.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to run it 3 times because then it'll be the same number of
that's it.
times against this one.
Did it 3 times.
Oh, it did already?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It goes even faster, huh?
Yeah. It's
Jeez.
wild.
Okay, you want to compare? Let's see.
Amor to Create is here. If you want to say hi to her, Sam.
This was the natural one. And then there's the black one. I got to clean it though a little bit.
Yeah, that was super powerful.
So to clean this, Sam, what do you like to use when you clean it?
Honestly, I just use a little bit of water, Dawn Power Wash or Awesome Spray.
So guys, to clean it, it's very simple. You could just use water. She said the Dawn Power Wash soap, or even the LA Awesome. I'm just going to use some of this mineral oil, just some food grade mineral oil to kind of polish this up and clean this. So
can you switch to this for a second while he's cleaning? So the reason I want to show you this is you want to play with your settings. So this was the initial, like the laser EU settings that I got. So I thought that was a little bit too dark, a little bit too far. So I tweaked this a little bit, and then we were able to get these settings, which are pretty perfect, right? So you don't always start off at the best spot, but what's really cool is these are the same as the laserette materials that we have. As long as you have your swatch settings for a similar color, you'll be able to use that as well.
cool.
Yeah.
Let me clean this one.
So the initial, the Sparkle Stash one, which by the way is another free design in the design pack, the Sparkle and Stash Stash one, it was too deep. So when you flipped it, she turned the power down. So it's a little bit of settings. Now, this is something that I love that Marc is doing this because we've been talking about this. So Marc, can you tell us what you did with the mineral oil again?
Yeah, so I was, you know, it is real wood, guys. So to treat wood, the best thing to do is apply mineral oil. You can simply get this at Home Depot or on Amazon. A whole bottle of it goes a long ways. And this is just like conditioning oil for the wood. It hydrates the wood, it keeps it fresh and rejuvenates the wood. So as time goes on, as the wood gets dry, just put a little bit of mineral oil on there and you'll see that it pucker up and it'll get shining on right away.
Awesome. So actually, yeah, you could add it like that, or if you wanted to mask it and do it either way.
Yeah. So the next we're going to do the rub and buff. But here's the difference between the natural and the African blackwood. You see that? Okay.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of misconception about the black one because a lot of folks, remember, guys, you're not selling to yourself. You're selling to a customer, and believe it or not, there's a lot of folks that like the black one with the subtle engraving. So do not discount the black one. That's like a sleeper product that a lot of folks, you know, just kind of they discount it and they're like, oh, it's black, it won't work. But I know Sam, when she goes to her markets and things like that, she actually takes black jewelry with her. And you know, it just kind of depends how you sell it. But keep another thing in mind. Unfortunately, we don't have a UV printer here. But one thing that I would say is that if you have a UV printer, the color, especially once you lay the white down, would pop really, really well. So I would highly recommend you know, thinking about that as well. If you do UV DTF, if you do those things, it would work really, really well.
Yeah. We're masking one up right now. So you can probably switch over to the other camera again. We're masking it up with the masking tape on the jewelry. So we've masked it because we're going to do a little bit of a rub and buff on there. So let's make sure that this that tape is on there. You want to make sure it's always on there nice and firm. That way it doesn't lift or anything. And then let's see what kind of design you want to do on this one.
So somebody said black popped with the mineral oil. So keep in mind that all our jewelry is exotic lumber. Exotic lumbers are dense. They already have oil and they love oil. So when you put oil on them, I mean, right before you go to a show, you can literally engrave it, you can clean it, you can put LA Totally Awesome, you can put all this stuff. But if you just put a little bit of mineral oil and you just kind of wipe it, it's just gonna come to life. So you know, make sure that you have some of the mineral oil. It does wonders. And when you're selling it, imagine this jewelry being, you know, with mineral oil and it's absolutely popping off when the sun hits it or somebody sees it. The metal, the jewelry, it'll look absolutely fantastic. And also keep in mind, we're just talking about the jewelry now. Once you guys do up the pouches, imagine doing like a jewelry bar where they can come up and you might want to pre-make some of the pouches. You might want to pre-make some of the jewelry, and they can come and mix and match the jewelry and the pouches that you do. So you can literally have the coolest jewelry bar that people can really pick and choose which pouch to combine with what jewelry if you're not doing live engraving. So that's a really cool thing that you can do. So let's see. We're going to be showing you guys. Sam, talk about what you're going to be doing. Oh, yeah.
So we masked the wood pendant. So right now we're going to go ahead and engrave over the mask part of it. So I made sure that the design fit into only where the tape is. And I'm going to go ahead and just engrave there. And we're going to go ahead and use rub and buff, and we're going to see what it looks like with the color fill.
Awesome.
And I'm running out of battery on this PC, so this might be the last engraving tonight.
So we're being asked, can you sublimate on these?
That's a great question. You cannot. I mean, the light wood ones you probably could.
You cannot. You cannot.
The light wood, I bet you could.
It's not the sublimation. Yeah.
Yeah. Same. All right, here we go. Ready?
Let's rip it.
Oh, look.
Like zapped like a bug over here. There's 3 passes again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. The Marc, can you show the food grade mineral oil real quick?
Yeah.
On cam.
Once again, here is the mineral oil. Food grade and mineral oil. There's lots of different types. It's also called cutting board oil as well. So either one of those. I just want to make sure it's you want to make sure it's food grade and it'd be safe for putting it on your skin and everything.
All right, back on there. Yeah, and we want to keep it food grade because hold on one sec. So we want to keep it food grade. That way, when it touches somebody's skin, it's as clean as possible. So, all right, this is the fun part. Let's see if Sam can get this. All right, Sam,
Yeah.
make sure you just press it one more time because sometimes it lifts after it lasers.
I do what I want.
I do what I want. She said that on live TV once. So it was hilarious.
You have to be there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't get to say it.
I think it was in Utah, right? It was hilarious.
Okay, so I'm using just a dab of it. You really don't need much.
Yeah, a little bit goes a long way on this stuff for sure.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use a Q-tip. I grabbed some that have like a pointed edge so that you can really just
Can
kind
you
of
go?
get it.
Can you go on the other side, Sam?
So I'm gonna go ahead. Hold on. I can go over here.
Yeah, try to come. There we go. Perfect. So this rub and buff is like a paste. So she put the paste down, and now she's using the Q-tip to get inside all the crevices of the laser engraving. So she's
Mark
using.
told me the smaller the better. So that's what we did here. So we're gonna see what this looks like.
So basically, what she's doing is she masked the jewelry, she engraved it, and now she's putting this rub and buff paste inside the engraving. And we're doing that because if you don't like that subtle look on the black, we're gonna try to get something super silvery inside the engraving so it pops off.
Oh wow.
So now the next thing I did, Sam, was I took a piece of this paper and just wiped it really hard.
Okay.
So I just take one of these and just wipe it really hard.
That looks pretty cool already, though.
Yeah.
I can almost read what it says.
Yeah, it's definitely it's some trial and error to kind of get that right. Sometimes I let it dry too, and then I wipe it clean to get the excess that's on the top layer off.
Yep. Just keep going. Now use the use the cleaner side. There you go. Put a little bit of elbow grease.
Or water, maybe.
Yeah, it'll have to be a damp cloth. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. The oil is a good idea.
Yeah, you just gotta. Yeah, you gotta really get some elbow in there.
Well, at this angle, it's a little difficult.
Yeah,
there you go.
A rough angle.
Look at that.
Yeah, that looks great. There you go. That looks excellent. Nicely done.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so basically wipe the excess away and then get a cleaner solution. I'm just using the cutting board oil to clean it up and get the excess off the jewelry.
All right, we got Tom in here from Papa Creation. He said he just ordered some pendants. Thank you very much.
Awesome, Tom.
Thank you.
The offer again for tonight is live 17 to get the $25 off the sample pack. And the sample pack is one of every necklace that we have. There's 21 different styles, shapes, and colors. So go to MakerFlo.com, look for the jewelry sample pack, add that to your cart. It's already 10% off, but the special promotion for being with us here on the live tonight, we're gonna give you another $25 off that sample pack. So if you've ever been curious about getting the jewelry in your hands, now is the best time to do it, to try it out. You get one of everything. It gives you the opportunity to show your customers the whole variety, all the shapes, all the different colors, and also for you to test them, to kind of see what works for you, dial in your settings, try the rub and buff, try to color fill it, use resin and rhinestones on them to really elevate your jewelry pieces and be different. So live 17 at checkout to get the promotion.
So we got a couple of questions about the rub and buff. So someone's there's actually they're back to back. I'll read both questions. Does the rub and buff last, or will it fade or wipe out? And then the second question is, will the white ever come out of the engraving? So same question. So once you put the rub and buff over time, what's going to happen?
Yeah, well, what's nice is that you're really in the engraving. So if you wanted to, you could put like another sealant on there or like some lacquer to really seal in there, but it should be pretty permanent in there because it's inside the engraving. It's not on the outside. So this is what the rub and buff guys looks like. They come in different colors too. And so this is like the gold one. We were playing with the black one. The black one looks really nice when you add it to the natural wood. And then there's also the silver one that Sam was using too. So here is the piece right here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's now oiled and clean.
Yeah.
It's a 2-for-1. And keep in mind that the way rub and buff works is it's like a paste and it's wet, but it actually ends up drying. So when it gets into the cracks, it'll actually dry and it'll settle in. So you won't be able to wipe it over time. So on the back, what Mark is showing you is what it looks like engraved. right? Without rub and buff, and then when you flip it, that's what it looks like with rub and buff. So it really pops. We're being asked if we have rub and buff in stock.
That's a great question. We do not, because we don't carry it, but Amazon does.
Yeah, we don't carry the rub and buff, but Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Amazon, yeah, you can get these little guys, and these little bottles go along. Just a dab of it. This is like a half-ounce bottle. We just use one little dab, spread that out with a Q-tip, and it'll get in the crevices. We want to make sure it gets in the crevices, and as you saw, we masked it, so it's a better idea to mask it. That way, when you put the rub and buff on there, it's not smearing all over the wood, so you can remove a lot of the excess away.
Can we show them one more cool trick? Because I promised that we would also show them how to fix mistakes.
Sure. Oh yeah.
So here's the two that I have here. I'm gonna bring them to the camera. But basically, these were both just engravings. I'm not as tall as Mark. These were both just engraved pendants that didn't work that great. So instead, I coated them with resin, and from there, you can either UV print on them. You could even oh yeah, I see. You could UV print on them, or you could use UV DTF, or you can leave them as is. But here are some that I did with the resin, where I went ahead and we'll do one at a time. I think it's easier for the camera to focus. But this one is going to be, actually, let's go to the other camera.
Someone's asking if the same concept you use with resin filming. So you kind of.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Okay, so this is one. This pendant was engraved, and I didn't like the engraving. It didn't turn out the way it should have. So I actually covered that with resin and like a resin powder. So instead of looking like a janky engraving, now it looks like that. There's another one that you can do where if you have something similar to the wood color, you can actually just fill it with the wood color.
Oh, that's wicked.
So this is like a mica powder that I use with UV resin. And again, you can still color print on these. You can still UV DTF them if you want, or they look kind of awesome as they are. So if you want to see either of those two techniques, I have the stuff to do it. Just let us know in the chats. And yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys do like events, if you guys do like events, like party events, which I think somebody that's in the live might do some of those. If you do party events, it's gonna be a really fun thing to show off. You can laser engrave, UV print, UV DTF, UV resin, or a lot of UV stuff. You could do acrylic paints on them. You could do hand engraving on them. There's so much you could do with it. It's absolutely amazing. So I would highly recommend putting this in. And again, it's so funny because we do so much on. We either talk about the pouches or the jewelry. Remember, both of them come. So come with the set. You can't get just one. So you get the pouch and you get the jewelry. You get both, which is such a huge value add. Hey, Catherine is here. It's pretty late for you. It's pretty bedtime.
Hi, Catherine. So someone asked for the heart method. So I'm going to go ahead and do how I got the heart one. And I can just play in the background. There's not a lot to it. So if you watch it, you can see how it's done.
Are you going to do a fill? Oh, no, cool.
Oh. The laptop died.
Oh.
So we're just covering it with UV resin, kind of like we were showing you a second ago.
Cool. You can do it right now? Awesome. So I'll keep this, I'll keep it here so you guys can kind of watch Sam kind of play with the UV resin. UV resin, epoxy. Yeah. Yeah. I think another cool one that we have really not done on the live as much is if you're into rhinestoning, you could do that as well, especially if you mess up the laser engraving. The other thing you could do if you laser engrave and you mess it up is you can plane it or you could sand it down. Keep in mind that the jewelry, Mark, do you want to really quickly show how the jewelry protrudes on the side? You're on camera. So if you notice, or go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, it sticks out
about,
I don't know, what would you say, like a 16th of an inch, John? What would you say?
Yeah, like a quarter, between a quarter and a 16th of an inch.
Well, that's definitely not a quarter inch. There'd be
an eighth. An eighth, yeah.
Either an eighth to a 16th of an inch on both sides. So you've got the metal in the middle, and then you've got the wood that protrudes, and it just really elevates the wood, and it stands off the metal, so it looks really nice with it protruding outward on the necklace.
Yeah, I would recommend not to sand too deep, because the way we do these is they're not glued, and so there are pins in there. So if you go too deep, it'll expose the pin. So don't go too deep. That piece of wood is pretty thick, but there are pins in the middle that are holding it into place. So just keep that in mind. So So you guys are currently watching Sam do our magic, which is using UV resin to kind of UV resin on top of this. And if you're laser engraving this and you want to do a twofer, and let's say you don't want to use rub and buff, and you want to use UV resin instead, this is a really good option because it doesn't cure until you hit it with UV light. You can actually play around with it. So again, if you do classes or if you're at a live event and you want to do something fun for the kids or things like that, UV resin is a great option to take the jewelry and kind of play around with it, move it around, and put it under a light and cure it. And again, Sam's doing this on the laser. It only took like 15, 20 seconds. Doing UV resin on these shouldn't take you more than 3 minutes. So once you mix it, once you apply it, all you gotta do is put some light over it. It'll probably take about 2 minutes to cure this, and then you're on your way. So it's pretty cool. A full cure on these usually is 24 hours, but after on UV resin, once you cure it for about 2 minutes or so, you can kind of wear it out. So it's super cool, and it's actually quite fast. I like it better than two-part epoxy.
Hi Jay, Jay's on YouTube.
Oh, this is Jay.
Awesome. Thank you, Catherine.
So now the only thing that we do we have any UV DTF jewelry here? Like check our products out there. Maybe there's something with UV DTF. But if you have a UV printer, this is a massive opportunity. Like one thing that we don't have is UV printer, but imagine going to a show or offering this product with your significant other's face on it. There you go. Nice. That was quick. That looks wicked. That's so cool.
So yeah, so if you engrave on it, you don't like the engraving, came out bad, that's an easy fix.
So it's one of those products that really you can fix. You don't have to lose it. Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Anything else you want to show them? I'll go see if I can find that real quick.
Yeah. Anything you guys want to see? Any of the shapes that we haven't shown you guys on the jewelry? We've got the cross, we've got the heart. Those two are probably the most popular options. But then we do have some other shapes like the round circle. We've got the teardrop. We've got, what am I missing? Jeez. The
round circle,
teardrop,
vertical.
Yeah. Show them these ones real quick. So the vertical and horizontal. Down goes me.
On the resin, I would not really recommend engraving that. Even after a full cure, I wouldn't recommend engraving it. We've never really done it just because it is resin. So it's not something I would recommend.
I have engraved on resin.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, okay.
It's bad and it's bad for you. Don't do it.
There you go.
So here it's nice. Like UV DTF. Also, it's very similar to UV printing. You can do a full color on there.
There you go. Nice. There. Now we put a flower on there, but imagine a significant other's face on there.
Or a cherry.
Or a cherry. It is graduation season. It would be super cool to make some jewelry with your graduate on there.
Yeah. So there's shapes we really haven't shown you guys that we have is the horizontal bar. So this one is
rub and buff on it.
We're playing with rubber buff and the vertical bar. So those are the two different options that we have that you can customize these ones. And this one is actually the rosewood color, which we haven't shown much of today. So it's a little bit darker tone on the rosewood. And then guys, if you want to get the sample pack tonight for the jewelry, use the code LIVE17 at checkout to get an additional $25 off the sample pack, and you'll get one of everything. The 3 woods, rosewood, the natural, and the black African wood, and then all 7 shapes, you'll get one of everything. Yeah. Cool. Anything else you want to show?
No, I think we went over a lot.
On the table, literally.
Yeah.
What would you like to show, Sam? That's it. Well, awesome. So, guys, do you want to go over the code real quick one more time? How long will it be until it expires?
The offer is just for tonight only, so it'll expire tonight. Use the code LIVE17 at checkout to get the sample pack of jewelry. It's already 10% off. You'll get an additional $25 off when you use that code. The free designs that we have for Mother's Day, we used one on this pouch right here. we've got, how many other designs do you have in the?
7 more.
7 more designs. So
Yeah.
if you guys are looking for more Mother's Day designs, you can simply DM us the word live17 as well. It's the same as the promo code for the site. And we'll send you the different Mother's Day designs that we came up with that we use on some of the stuff today. So yeah, make sure you DM us on Facebook or Instagram. You can't do it on TikTok or YouTube. So go on Facebook Messenger or Instagram and just DM us live17 to get the free designs. And also just you get a recap of the live that we did today as well. So, and get your shopping cart ready. Cool.
Awesome. You want to give a little bit of a teaser on what we're going to be doing next week, Mark? Do you know what we're going to be doing next week?
I believe next week it has to do with glass. Is that right?
It does.
Okay. So next week, if you guys are been curious about glassware, we're going to be showing off our decanter sets, our decanter whiskey glasses, and how we pair those together. So it's a great idea to we're going to start preparing for Father's Day. So Mother's Day comes first, and before you know it, Father's Day will be here as well. So we're going to start preparing for Father's Day before you know it. Next week, we'll be talking about glassware and how to customize glass and what makes our glass different than the rest. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, any other tidbits?
No, I think we're good to go.
Okay, awesome, guys. Live17, DM us, use it tonight in the promo code to save on the jewelry sets. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us.